On this special Ktown Connects episode, we're spotlighting the Ktown Burlesque. Ahead of their 10-year extravaganza, we chat with Eric, the creative force behind this unique blend of art, comedy, magic, and burlesque. So get connected to Kenosha and enjoy our chat with Eric. I'm here with Eric, the talented organizer of this whole event for 10 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we're going to dig deep and find out what is going on with the Ktown Burlesque Show. 10 years you've been doing this, Eric. Bring us back to how this all became created and what went into it. How'd you mix it up and make it?
Scott Holloway, one of my co-producers, and I.
Soapbox Scott.
Yeah. He and I were down at Harbor Market, just kind of standing under a tree talking about how we wanted to independently produce a really different kind of show that could bring in a lot of people and really something new for Kenosha, other than live music or the live theater. Nothing against either of those things, but we wanted to do something that was almost like a combination of the two for grown-ups, something that where a couple would want to get a babysitter that night and go out, or for a girls' night out, that type of thing. And we kind of came up with this idea, and one day, one summer evening, about 4 or 5 of us came together and just started brainstorming. Nice. And then we're like, okay, let's make a proposal and offer it to Rhode, see if we can use this space to do it.
All right, so looking back over the past decade, what are some of your milestones, some of your best accomplishments?
Milestone wise, when we had got Tailspin as our house band, and they've been our house band now for like the past four shows. And prior to that, it was just Keith Brown was playing horn in the show and helping us with a lot of musical arrangements. But we kind of had to cobble together a band for everyone.
Eric, can you tell us about the ongoing plot that you have going here with the Ktown Burlesque?
Sure. There's always been a story being told ever since the very first one. The characters were created by Jim Celovich, who used to write for us. Jack Franklin, the detective, kind of hard-boiled classic film noir story. These characters, Gertie, Chauncey the Gravedigger, the villainous Von Weasel, the evil German scientist. And in every show, there's some type of turmoil occurring that threatens the show. So the show is really a show within a show.
What can people expect? This is 10 years in the making. What can people expect when they come to see this great production?
Well, they are going to be
no spoilers.
Without any spoilers, they're going to be subjected to an immersive experience of high, very jovial atmosphere, like a party. Lots and lots of different acts. Some stuff they'll like, some they might not like as much. Probably everything they'll like in this show, because at this point we have got talent across the board.
Speaking of your performers, can you tell us about some of the returning performers and some of the new faces?
Sure. So we have returning back V. Valentine, who's been with us with almost every show, and she always brings a very exciting and new dance. And she's actually going to be doing something a little different in this show, but I don't want to spoil what that is.
No spoilers, I said no spoilers.
But I guarantee that it's going to be a real shocker and a jaw dropper for a lot of the audience. We also are going to be having a burlesque duet for the first time.
Whoa, what's this about?
This is like a synchronized burlesque dance, and I was watching some of the rehearsal the other day, and it's pretty cool. It's like a Rorschach image come to life almost.
Wow.
And so that's going to be an interesting thing. And then of course the new storyline, always the new story.
All right, so like we were talking about 10 years of the Ktown Burlesque Show.
Yeah.
Can you think of 10 years in the future? What is it going to be like? Are you still going to be doing it? Is this a passion that you want to continue forever?
I would have to pass the mantle of the character Jack Franklin to a younger actor, I think, at some point. I'd like to see that actually sometimes, I think. But yeah, you know, in the future we have been talking about taking it out of Kenosha, having a sort of a road show.
Oh, I love that idea.
Maybe coming up with a little bit more simple plot, maybe a little bit more basic layout, like some of our earlier days, for a show that would be conducive in any venue that we insert it. Even something that's maybe designed for a smaller audience, because I think a lot of the venues that we would be able to get in the early stages of this would be more 100, people venues,
Okay.
100, 130, whereas this place seats over 200, close to 300, and we're trying to fill that.
Mm-hmm.
So we would be doing a smaller scale show, taking around, still calling it Ktown Burlesque.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So that's something that we've been tossing around, and I have been doing some plot ideas for that.
I think it's a great idea. I really do.
I think it could be good.
Yeah.
I have the biggest gang in Kenosha
Who's going to be the standout performer this year?
Oh gosh, who's going to be the standout performer this year? I'm going to have to shout out to V Valentine, because she's been with us for so long, and she's just so easy to work with. There's been definitely times where we've had to throw a challenge her way, like maybe a dancer had to drop out or got sick, and she filled in for us. She just really just adds a lot to the show.
All right, so what do you hope the audience takes away from seeing the Ktown Burlesque Show?
Well, I hope they walk out of the theater just like, wow, that was great, and they just want to come back, and they want to tell all their friends, you got to see this.
And of course, buy those tickets. Buy those tickets.
Buy those tickets. Tickets at www.ktownburlesque.com.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Let's do that. Last question. What is the message you want to share to the fans who have supported the Ktown Burlesque for over 10 years?
Thank you, because we couldn't have done it without you. And we'll see you at the next show.